Crazy shenanigans? Welcome to a special 80s edition of BV Nation Radio with J-Dub and Carl.
Where's the damn beat?
Oh, yes. Here we are once again. Thank you, everybody, for joining us right here on BV Nation Radio. Right here on this very lovely 80s edition night tonight, so we figure we'd change things up a little bit. So first off, I'm your host, J-Dub, and here joining us in studio, back from good old Johnson City, California, from participating in the King of the Hammers competition, is my co-host, Carl! Along with our producer, Josh, the high-tech redneck. The high-tech redneck. Oh yeah, so we got the crew all back together again. So first off, I want to go ahead and get things started with a quick word from our sponsors.
Hey, Bulldog here. I realize that you have plenty of options when it comes to veteran apparel, but the only way you're going to truly know which one you like and which one feels best for you is if you check them all out. So I'm asking you, go to ThreatCon5clothing.com and check out our wide variety of hats, hoodies, stickers, and of course t-shirts. That's www.threatcon5clothing.com. American made, combat veteran approved. And don't forget, wear the grenade.
Hi everyone. J-Dub here from BB Nation Radio to speak with you about our friends over at Warrior Point. Warrior Point is a non-profit organization focused on bringing veterans together to help service members from all branches and all areas of service to help rebuild the camaraderie forged between service members during their time in the military. And Warrior Point strives to accomplish their mission just like you do during your time of service. There's no fees to join, and it's 100% free. So log on to warriorpoint.org and become one of the uncommon few.
Why does it always take the hard times to get people back together again? But I believe in America. I believe in America. One nation under God, still proud and strong.
All right. Again, thank you everybody for joining us tonight right here on BB Nation Radio. Thank you to VRS for hosting our program. I want to give a shout out to the folks at Cowboy Technology Studios, a.k.a. our producer Josh, for getting us hooked up. And
thank you.
For some reason, I am picking up an echo. Sounds almost holly. I don't know why. Just sounds kind of weird. And I got a weird echo. Oh, never mind. That's my headset that's making that noise. Okay, so no, we're good. So, anyhow, so you've heard from our sponsors over there at ThreatCon5 Clothing, as well as us talking about Warrior Point. A couple Facebook shout-outs tonight to some pages and fans that are following along. First off, I want to thank you guys from the folks over at Backwoods Veterans to our fans and friends and family over there. Thank you again for tuning into the show and listening in, as well as our friends over at 0230. So appreciate you guys. If you want to join in on the conversation tonight, our call-in line number is 541-904-0399. Again, that number is 541-904-0399. Also want to remind you, be sure to check out our t-shirt sales that we got going on working with ThreatCon5 Clothing. Speaking of those guys, if you go to the top of our page over on BV Nation Radio's Facebook page, as well as Backwoods Veterans, you'll notice that we have t-shirts for sale that we've been working on with those guys. The pre-sale is on, so be sure to go over there and buy your t-shirts and support a couple of very phenomenal veterans charities that the profits are being donated to. As soon as we get the first 25 shirts sold, the rest will be going out in the mail, and Chad will be getting those all hooked up and taken care of for you. So be sure to check that out over at ThreatCon 5 Clothing. That's ThreatCon, the number 5 clothing.com. So, guys, what is going on? Talk about a crazy week this week, dude.
Oh my God. It's been absolutely ridiculous this week. For me, anyways.
Right.
I mean, I don't know what's been going on here, but it's been crazy.
Yeah, you kind of had a hectic week getting down there to King of the Hammers and getting back, dude.
Yeah, we did. We made it. Mile marker 17. They were there. They had fun. They did the race. They lost all brakes on mile marker 17, and you should have seen some of the terrain that was there was just nuts. I mean,
I saw some videos that looked pretty neat.
Yeah.
There was quite a few.
Especially that nighttime stuff they were doing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I never got to watch any of that. I was too busy in camp.
Right. Playing camp bitch or what?
Yeah.
So you're the one cooking the meals and picking up camp and everything else?
No, he was the other kind of camp bitch, remember?
Whoa.
Hey.
Someone had to do a lot of crawling on their hands and knees underneath the rig. Just saying. Yeah, he put the bolts in the wrong hole. Poor guy. So if it sounds like Josh and Carl are a little bit distant from the mic tonight, that's because of our equipment that we have.
One.
Yeah, Carl and Josh are sharing a microphone tonight. So
Sharon's Karen.
Yeah, Sharon is Karen. It's kind of funny to watch these guys because they kind of look like the old boys from what was that? Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Doing the Man of Constant Sorrow. Yeah, I am man. So Mariah says you need to eat the mic there, Carl.
I don't know if you want me to do that.
Whoa,
that would be really bad.
Wow, that actually sounds much better, dude. Sounds a lot better.
Well, of course, because I can speak up finally.
Yeah, finally, and it actually sounds good now.
What are you talking about?
Just said, well, dude, last time you were on the show, okay,
that's exactly what it sounded
dude.
like.
Before you left to go down in King of the Hammers, it literally sounded a weak sauce, dude. It's like I'm talking really quiet right here, but yes, my name is Carl. My name is Carl.
Soft.
So soft and gentle. It's like, is this Carl on here trying to cause shenanigans, or are we painting with Bob Ross? I mean, what the hell?
I'm gonna paint a happy little tree right over here. And we're just going to whack the brush off.
Oh, my God. A little yellow sunshine. I draw happy little trees.
And those are
canvas.
Those are happy little birds in the sky.
Oh, my God. So, but no, we're glad to have you back here, man. We missed you. So, Josh did a good job last week filling in for you.
Yeah, he did.
Behind the mic.
I got to listen to most of it as I was in and out of,
service
because
when you weren't dropping calls on us.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, you need to get some better service there, buddy.
Oh, Sprint sucks, but hey, I can't bitch for $25 a month.
Fair enough.
And I'm helping a friend out too, so
fair enough argument. So yeah. So with that being said, again, our call-in line, if you want to participate in the conversation, is 541-904-0399. So with that being said, let us break into our key topic of discussion this week. So, while you were gone, Carl, Josh and I sat back for tonight's show, and we actually came up with a top 10 list. We both came up with our own.
Okay.
Of top 80s, like, big hair rock bands, just 80s rock music in general, period. I mean, because you can't just stick with the big hair bands or the bar bands.
It's got to be all around.
Exactly, because I mean, there was so much great music that came out during that time frame. I mean, we couldn't just narrow it down just to one specific. So we came up with the top 10 list each, and then we also came up with a few honorable mentions. So with that being said, first one on my top 10 is some good old Mr. John Bon Jovi. I mean, how can you not love Bon Jovi? Because, I mean, it's like...
Okay.
With this guy, I mean, it's like if you're on the bike, you know, you're cruising down a 2-lane through the middle of the desert, freaking wind's blowing through your hair, you got the sunglasses on, got the leather on.
It's got to be an Easy Rider bike. That's totally where you're
absolutely,
going with this.
dude. I mean, life just sucks. You're trying to get away from everything, but
That would be it.
That would be the anthem right there.
Because
and it wasn't from Deadliest Catch that made it popular, dude.
No.
It was, you know, back then, that was the shit. I mean, it still is, dude. I rock out to that. You know, I got a full freaking playlist on my phone.
I just have to say, though, I thank my dad for, you know, introducing me to all this, because when
absolutely.
Yeah.
Same for me. And no, I'm not your daddy. No.
I was wondering where he went.
It was funny because, you know, it's a lot of these bands and stuff that are on here. You know, I was primarily raised by my grandparents, and I grew up with my 2 aunts, and they were about, I'd say about 10 years apart between me and my youngest aunt, and then my aunt after her, before her was only a couple years older. But growing up, you know, we kind of all listened. You know, I grew up hanging out with them in their room or whatever else. You know, being the bratty little kid or whatever, playing the little brother to the big sisters or whatnot, and they would have their music playing. You know, you grew up on this type of music. So, but yeah, so that's why I said Bon Jovi at number 10 for this guy. Josh, what do you got?
Well, for me, you know, I grew up obviously in a little bit different way, but still listen to a lot of rock and all that with my dad.
Right.
And primarily, you know, grew up listening to country and all that. But I came up with, you know, Alice Cooper, Alice in Chains.
Ooh.
And a song here made...
The Rooster Man himself.
Yeah, made pretty popular, actually, by Wayne's World, speaking of movies.
Yes.
So.
Ooh. Yes.
I mean, you know, for me, there's nothing better than, you know, heading to work in the morning and trying to get, you know, energized up and all that. And,
absolutely,
you know,
dude.
Sitting here listening to, you know, good Alice Cooper songs and all that. So.
Absolutely, brother. So, all right, that brings us to my number 9, and actually, the lead singer of this band back then on became to be the lead singer of Leonard Skinner after his brother Ronnie passed away in a plane crash. And Donnie Van Zant, who was the lead singer of this band, a.k.a. 38 Special. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
That went on to become the front man for Leonard Skinner, and they had a total resurgence back then, dude. You know, more than just his remakes of Sweet Home Alabama, you know, Freebird, Simple Man, you know, Saturday Night Special, all those, dude. I mean, they freaking kicked ass, dude.
It's good stuff.
It is. So, Josh, what do you got next?
You know, when I was in school and all that, I would hear a lot of people talking about this band, and you know, you pretty much couldn't get away from listening to something that they were playing. Good old Pink Floyd.
Oh man, yes.
Leave those kids alone.
Absolutely, dude.
Yeah, Carl, leave those kids alone.
Hey,
just because Carl likes to hide in closets.
No, we're gonna go there. Huh? That was a gallon and a half of Fireball,
oh
sir.
My god, dude! I can't even count how much we had to drink that night. But that's besides the point. But oh man, but no, dude, Pink Floyd, dude. I remember in junior high seeing, you know, you and I went to the same school at the same time.
Oh yeah.
You know, we were just, you know, I was in 7th grade, you were in 8th grade, but how many kids did we see rocking the Pink Floyd freaking t-shirts, dude? The black ones with the prism and crap on it?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, you know, to me, when I think Pink Floyd, that album cover is the epitome of Pink Floyd.
Oh, absolutely. So, moving on.
What about the one with all the paintings on the back? What was that one? Have you seen that poster?
Yeah, I've seen that one. That was, I think the one you're talking about is the album cover for Brick in the Wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know where you're going.
Okay.
I'm picking up what you're putting down, brother.
You tracking?
I'm tracking.
Okay.
Like a moose on crack, as my drill sergeant used to say. All right, moving on. Number 8, Poison. This was my mother's